Now, there we have Sami Yilmaz setting the first timed lap of this session with 2 minutes 1.579 seconds. That's going to be provisional pole, but I'm sure there will be another drivers going faster than Sami Yilmaz, as we currently have Adrian Simon on screen going for the second sector, currently up on time, purple sector for him in sector 1. Gio Campos goes slower than Yilmaz, 3/10 slower to be precise. Same goes Stankovic behind Campos on third. Del Fuego slower than Yilmaz currently. Second sector from Adrian Simon is a bit slower than Yilmaz. Could be very good performance, qualifying performance from Sami Yilmaz after 2 not so good races. Klein goes faster than Yilmaz, so he's now on provisional pole. What is Adrian Simon going to do? I think it's not going to be P1 at the moment with the timed sectors. Last sector has to be good. What's it going to be? It's going to be P2 for the Frenchman. There is Luke Stokey, currently second sector and first sector in the purple. So this could be a provisional pole like he did in race 3 here, with pole currently holding Timo Kinnaman 3 thousandths in front of Stefan Klein. Could this be the pole lap? That's the question. What is he gonna do with this time? He's gonna go for the pole position, faster than Kinnaman by almost 2/10, so he is currently P1 with a 2 minutes 1.1. This is Ethan Knight, currently 27th place, hasn't set a lap time till now, so his lap time does look okay. It's gonna be mid-table for sure. Time, he's crossing the finish line right now. It's even better than I thought, in P6, currently behind Thompson. Now there we have Elroy Wagner on his final corner for maybe a provisional pole lap. What's the time gonna be? It looks very good right now for his lap. It's 2 minutes 1.007, and that is provisional pole from Elroy Wagner. There we have James Thompson on his run, currently sitting in P7. Second run of this session. The first sector looks very good for the Virgin in the Phoenix car. What's about sector 2? Is he gonna improve on that as well? Currently he is over 3/10 behind Elroy Wagner. Second sector looks good too. What's the time gonna be? He's now going straight to the last corners of his lap. If he goes through that smoothly, then the time is gonna be a very good time. So now down to the last corner. Good traction out of the last corner and then through over the crossing the finish line. It's a 2 minutes 1.3, and that is P3 right now in front of Kinnaman, Klein and Beckenbauer. Good performance by James Thompson. Now we have Luke Stokey going for a second run here, currently sitting in P2, only Wagner in front of him. Only personal lap times. So now no purple sectors from him. What is Luke Stokey gonna do? Can he close the gap to Elroy Wagner, or is he gonna even move to provisional pole? I don't think so, but we can watch him. What's it gonna be? The time is a 2 minutes 1.042, and that's very close to the pole lap with even a best sector 3. Now there we have Douglas Bacon. So they're all setting now their fastest lap. Crossing the finish line now, was a bit held up by the Aqua car. He goes 9th fastest in front of James. good performance from the American. So there we have Luke Stokey, 2 purple sectors. What is he gonna do? He goes into the pits, so no improvement from him. There we have Ray Sharma starting his lap, but I think I saw Spencer James with an improvement. Yes, there he is. He goes 11th fastest, 0.3 seconds behind Luke Stokey on pole right now. There we have Pablo Del Fuego. Is he gonna go faster than him? What's he gonna do? Yes, he goes into P14, 5 tenths behind Luke Stokey on pole. Right now, there we have Stefan Clean, but right now we have Stokey, Kinnunen, Sharma, Clean, Simon, Wagner on P6, Thompson 7, Knight 8, Beckenbauer and Hansen in the top 10s. Stefan Clean, this looks like a big improvement for the Austrian. What is the time? It is 3rd place. A very good performance by the Austrian driver for Tenuk. So there we have John Madsen going into the pits, but I saw James Thompson behind them going for an improvement, but I don't think that will be a big one. He goes over the line and sets 2 minutes 1.021. That's only 100th faster than his lap before. This is Dominic Hansen improving 1 position in front of Beckenbauer, now in 9th. Excellent performance from Dominic Hansen there. Both Phoenix drivers this weekend are pretty decent, and especially Dominic Hansen, good performance from him here at Istanbul. There we have Spencer James, again an improvement for the Porsche driver. What is Spencer James gonna do? Can he go into the top 10s? That's the question. He goes 8th fastest. Yes, in front of Knight, Hansen and Beckenbauer, so Beckenbauer drops down to P11, but he's already in the pits, so that means he will start outside of the top 10. Pablo Del Fuego goes into the pits, aborts his lap, so only P14 for the Colombian. Henry Ludwig in 19th, can he go faster? Yes, he can, even a purple sector in the last one, but still 19th place for the German driver in the Porsche Motorsport car. This is Douglas Bacon, again held up by an Aqua car, so not the perfect timing from McNair Automotives there. He sent out Douglas, but he doesn't go faster, I think. No. So 17th place only for Douglas Bacon. While we have, I think, pole for Luke Stokey again, so double pole here at Istanbul for Luke Stokey. There we have Diego Campos for his lap. I don't know if he's gonna go to the pits or not. That's a question, but I think he's going into the pits. Yes, he is. So he is the last driver running on his lap. So I think that's it for this session. So yeah, there we have him, Luke Stokey, double pole setter for Istanbul. Excellent performance from the OSM driver. This track really suits him, I think. Double pole from Luke Stokey. There we have the results for this session. Luke Stokey, as I said, 1st place, pole position for him for race 2. 5 thousandths in front of Timo Kinnaman, who can get a bit find a bit more pace from qualifying 1 to now. Then we have Stefan Clean, excellent P3, Ray Sharma in 4th, Adrian Simon 5th, Elro Wagner 6th, James Thompson and Dominic Hansen 7 and 10. Between them we have Spencer James in 8th place, good performance from him, and Ethan Knight in P9. So on P11 we do have Karl Beckenbauer, first of the GameTech car drivers. Sami Yilmaz, good qualifying performance from him to finish in P12. Then second Tenuk driver of Chase Newfield. Pablo Del Fuego, good performance. Diego Campos 15th in a disappointing John Madsen in 16th place. Douglas Bacon in P17. Then you have Yves Jacket in P18. Henry Ludwig, good performance to finish P19. And Milan Stankovic, the second Aqua car, in P20. P21 we have Nikolai Milkovic making the second Campos car finish outside of the top 20 with Dmitry Kovalenko in the Campos sandwich in P22. Then the last Campos of Heikki Veskila, a disappointing qualifying from him. Then Sanke Moon in P24, Jake Oakley falling off a bit from the other two Phoenix drivers in P25. Then a Vipera Corse, 26th place and 27th, very disappointing for the Italian team. Then we have Rosendo Werner, Kirk Lazarus and Theo Sorensen. I think he was a bit held up in traffic at the qualifying session, so other Team Dynaco cars only 29th and 30th. So yeah, that's it for the qualifying session, and we will see us all again in a short time when we start race 4 here in the Virtual Porsche Cup 2024. So we are now close to the race start of race 2 here in Istanbul, race 4 of 16 for the VPC 2024 season, and we are watching on board for the top 8 runners right now. Here's Timo Kinnaman on P2, revving up his engine as we close to start. There's Stefan Kleen. Good performance from the Chinook driver Ray Sharma, sitting in P4 for Kate Lee. Good performance from him. Then Adrian Simon, 5th place. Can he try to snatch up another podium position here in Istanbul? There we have Spencer James for Porsche. Good performance. Elva Wagner seeing his opponent on the top right there in the blue car, Timo Kinnaman. This is James Thompson, Ethan Knight in the Aqua car carrying his team, and Dominic Hansen in the top 10 positions. And we now start the race for race 4 here in Istanbul, race 2 of this round. There we have it. Timo Kinnaman gets a good start and Luke Stokey too. Bit of a bump from Ray Sharma. There's Stefan Kleen trying to hold his P3 position as Stefan Kleen. What is he gonna do? It goes a bit wide and he spins out. Awful start from Stefan Kleen, and hopefully nobody gets involved in there. Only Stefan Kleen crashed out, I think, and Kirk Lazarus maybe. So now we have Timo Kinnaman in front, Stokey in P2, Ray Sharma 3rd, Elva Wagner 4th. There's a bit of a fight for P5 with Ethan Knight and Adrian Simon fighting for position. Maybe Dominic Hansen can get an advantage of that. And James Thompson fighting there as well with Sami Yemas, who sneaked through into the top 10. There is James Thompson going around the outside of Sami Yemas, and this is excellent racing from James Thompson as he goes in front of Yemas, and Simon get in front of Ethan Knight. Chaotic start from Stefan Kleen, of course. And this is now free wide to the chicane in sector 2. Again yellow in sector 2 with their go both game track tasks involved. This is the battle for 7th place. One or more for 8th place, with currently Chase Newfield making up 5 positions to stay in P8 in front of James Thompson, who lost the position. So yeah, Chase Newfield, a good start from him, making up 5 positions. The other Tenuk, as we saw, Stefan Kleen, not so great start, but yeah, I think this race is over for him, as only the top 15 positions in this race will get points. So the currently the last points position is Douglas Bacon for McNair in P15. There we have Joris Jacket fighting for his last points, maybe for his first points in this season, as we now close to 5 minutes left in this race. Joris Jacket, there is the Vodafone McNair for NP15, the last points position, currently held by Douglas Bacon. So same as in race 1, we had 0 to no fights throughout the race. A bit disappointing because this track is such a cool addition to the calendar. So yeah, back up to the front. There's Ray Sharma on the back of Luke Stokey. Luke Stokey had to make a bit of a gap to Kinnaman, who dominantly leads the way into maybe his second win of this season. So maybe the first driver to get a second win in VPC. There's Ray Sharma now in the back of Luke Stokey, trying to get away, to get in front of him, but I don't think the slipstream is good enough for the Porsche cars to make a move. So yeah, I think Ray Sharma will be very delighted to get that podium to the Kately team. Excellent performance from him throughout this season. Now with the first 3 races he was all the time in the top 10s and fighting for the top positions. So right now he's impressing quite a lot for, I think I can speak for the whole grid, that Ray Sharma is doing an excellent job right now. But Luke Stokey, of course, in this round here in Istanbul, he's excellent. P1 and maybe now a P2 finish with 2 pole positions. That's nearly the perfect weekend, as we have currently in P2 in the standings Elroy Wagner right behind him, right behind Ray Sharma in P4. So his challenge is maybe to get in the next round ahead again of Timo Kinnaman. This is the fight for P2, with Stokey in front of Sharma, in front of Wagner, in front of James, and then there's Simon, and I think Hansen is a bit more behind them in P7 with a bit of a gap to Chase Newfield in P8, who gained 5 positions again. Good start from him, good start for Tannock, only for Newfield. Again, Clean didn't gain any positions from his start collision. He's still down in 28th place. So then we have James Thompson in 9th place, Ethan Knight completing the top 10, Sami Yilmaz in the points, 11th place, Del Fuego 12th, Natze 13th place, Beckenbauer in 14th, and Douglas Bacon, the last points finish in P15. So yeah, I think that will be the finishing order if there's no error from Luke Stokey, who was so consistent throughout this race and throughout this weekend. So now we have, I think, 1 more lap to go with 1 minute 40 on the clock. And this is the last start finish in the race for Luke Stokey and the others. Kinnaman leads in a comfortable way, over 6 seconds in front of Stokey. So if nothing happens for him, he will finish this race as the first driver to score more than 1 win in VPC. So now, yeah, only 1 minute remaining. There we have the other Kately, not Sharma, but Sami Yilmaz for the battle for 11th, with Del Fuego, Madsen and Beckenbauer behind him. So again, after 2 races where he was in the middle of nowhere, down in the 23rd or 24th position, now again a good race for him, for Sami Yilmaz in 11th place. And important points for Kately for the team standings. Currently sitting in P2 after round 1. With that excellent 3rd place Sami Yilmaz had in the first race. But now again doing a good job to hold on that 11th position. Now very close, there's Timo Kinnaman. I think this will be the finish for this race, as we only have 7 seconds left in this race. Timo Kinnaman for Team Danico drove a very dominant race with a perfect race start, no contacts made, and a very clean drive from the Finnish driver. Timo Kinnaman finishes this race in P1, and he's the first driver to score his second win in VPC, and a second win for Team Dynaco. Excellent drive from Timo Kinnaman. But of course, another excellent drive is Luke Stokey in P2 and Ray Sharma making it the second podium for Kately Racing. Excellent job from the top 3 drivers. Eva Wagner finishes in 4th and Spencer James in 5th place. There we have Lucas Bacon. He could hold on his 15th place, so he gains 1 point. Good performance from the McNair driver after his very long time without a drive. He's getting into it and adapting to the racing performances. But yeah, there's Timo Kinnaman, the man of this series, you can say. If he can hold on this performance and this form, they will have a hard time to beat him. So, yeah, coming now down to the pits, Timo Kinnaman into his garage, and yeah, he leads now the way in the driver standings with 90 points, I think, for Team Dynaco. Of course, a good thing. For the weekend for Team Dynaco wasn't that good, with the other 2 Dynaco drivers way down the order, bad qualifying from them. And even Kirk Lazarus in front of Theo Sørensen, so not the best weekend for Theo Sørensen there, especially the second race this weekend. So there we have the race results for the second race here at Istanbul Park, race 4 of 16 for the 2024 season. Timo Kinnaman in first place with Luke Stokey and Ray Sharma completing the podium. Ira Wagner in 4th place for Plus Ultra, Spencer James in 5th place, Adrian Simon 6th place, 7th place goes to Dominic Hansen, Chase Newfield in 8th, James Thompson in position 9, and Ethan Knight completing the top 10 positions for Aqua Sports Car team. Then we have in P11 Sami Yilmaz making it the second points finish for the Moroccan driver from Kately. Then Pablo Del Fuego in P12 for GameTech, John Madsen 13th place, P14 goes to Carl Beckenbauer, and the last points position to Douglas Bacon for McNair. Then we have Yves Jacket very close to a points finish, couldn't make it at the end. Dimitri Kovalenko 17th place, Milan Stankovic in P18, Nikolai Milkovic in P19, and Gianni Ledesma making it into the top 20, but still with Perry Corse expected a lot more from this season. Then P21 goes to Henry Ludwig. Jake Oakley finishes in P22, didn't have the greatest weekend, maybe this will be better in the next round. Sunken Moon in 23rd place, Luca Lombardi is still a driver who hadn't finished in the points, 24th place for him. Kirk Lazarus 25th place. P26 goes to Heikki Veskila, Rosendo Werner in P27. Then we have Stefan Klein in P28, Gio Campos 29th, and Theo Sørensen last in P30. And that's it from this race here in Istanbul, and of course for the weekend here in Istanbul. I hope you enjoyed it watching as well as I did commentating, and we will see us all again for round 3 in Imola for the Virtual Porsche Cup season in 2024.